Every day in a skilled nursing facility, a regulatory question comes up. Is this practice compliant? Which tag actually governs it? A nurse asks, a family complains, and you need an answer you can stand behind. The trouble is, the regulations are enormous. They're scattered across a dozen manuals and they change constantly. So you either lose hours digging through PDFs or you Google it and hope that what comes back is current and correct. Having that regulatory knowledge at your fingertips every single day, sourced and up to date, is the foundation of running a compliant facility. It's what keeps small problems from becoming deficiencies and deficiencies from becoming penalties. That foundation is what Tactis is built on. Let's take a look at how it works. This is the regulatory Copilot, and it's where you and your team will live day to day. Anytime a question comes up, you just ask. How does a facility qualify for a risk-based survey? What does a given F tag actually require? What is the right way to document a care plan? You ask it the way you'd ask a colleague down the hall. In seconds, Tactis gives you a sourced answer, and notice that every part of it is backed by a link to the exact section in the source document from which the information is retrieved. These aren't guesses, and they're not something scraped off a search engine. They point to the exact regulations that answer your questions. Click one, and you're reading the actual language it came from. Want to share the conversation with a member of your team? Simply click Share, select Team Members, and send it on its way. Your facility's conversation history is saved here in the sidebar, so the next time it comes up, you've already got it. And if an answer would make good staff training, you can turn it into a full module in one click. More on that later. But how does Tactis know all of this? For that, let's look under the hood. At the heart of Tactis is the Knowledge Center. This is the foundation the entire platform is built on, the reason every answer traces back to a real citable source. Everything you'd normally keep in a wall of binders is in here. Your State Operations Manual, including Appendix PP, the interpretive guidance surveyors actually cite from, your state's rules and regulations for long-term care, newly published CMS memos, the survey resources, the critical element pathways, the 5-star quality rating system technical user's guide, the MDS Quality Measures User Manual, and the MDS 3.0 RAI Manual. Need Tactis to retrieve your facility's specific policies and procedures? Your Knowledge Center is just that, yours. It's fully customizable to your specific facility, and no one else has access to your documents. You can browse it from the table of contents, click any section, and it opens right up. And every document contains linkable cross-references to both external resources and other documents in the Knowledge Center itself. And here's the part that matters most. The Tactis team keeps it up to date so you don't have to. We monitor when CMS issues a change and add it into the Knowledge Center. So what you and your team are working from is always the latest, not last year's copy. That's the foundation. Everything else in Tactis, every answer, every plan of correction, every training, every dispute, stands on it. Most days, it's quietly doing its job in the background, but it's always here when you need it. After the surveyors leave, a 2567 lands in your inbox, and the clock starts. You've got 10 days to submit a plan of correction the state will accept for every deficiency. And the stakes are real. If it isn't accepted, remedies can follow. Denial of payment for new admissions, civil money penalties, even termination of your provider agreement. One hard survey can cost far more than it should. Tactis is here to help. You upload your 2567 and Tactis reads it, pulling out every deficiency it's cited and giving each tag its own workspace. You enter a few facility details and your compliance date once, and you're off and running. Let's open one, F554. Here, we have our intuitive questionnaire built around the 5 elements the state requires. When I hit a question I want help with, I click Suggest, and Tactis drafts an answer, grounded in those same regulations from the Knowledge Center. I edit it in my own words, and it saves as I type. Here's the part that saves you from a rejected plan. As I click out of each field, Tactis checks it. This one reads Specific, good. This one comes back and tells me to tighten it up and points to exactly what's thin. So you're catching the weak answers before the state does and building toward a credible allegation of compliance, which is what an accepted plan really comes down to. Once every tag is answered, corrective action, other residents affected, systemic changes, monitoring, and QAPI, you generate and preview the whole plan, make your final edits, and export a clean Word document for every deficiency, ready to paste straight into Epoch. The work that used to take a week, built on a foundation you already had, complete in an afternoon. A plan of correction is only as strong as the proof behind it, and that's where the Compliance Center comes in. This isn't just a filing cabinet where you drop documents in and forget them. This is a full evidentiary workstation. Everything from your plan flows in here to be completed. Your audit of the other residents who could have been affected, your meetings and attendance, your in-services, your monitoring tools, your QAPI packet. Let's take in-service attendance as an example. You upload a sign-in sheet, and Tactis flags who was required but didn't attend, so you know exactly who's left to in-service. Need to record a monitoring round? You can do that right here in the Monitoring tab. Complete your forms, save your round, and export a completed report with compliance metrics right in front of you. And when your resurvey comes, you simply hit export and Tactis pulls all of your evidence into a single binder, ready to print and hand across the table. Sometimes the survey gets it wrong, a citation that misreads what actually happened, or leans on a tag that doesn't quite fit. You can push back, but the window is tight and building the case is its own job. That's what disputes is for. Your cited tags are already loaded from each 2567, so Tactis already knows what you were cited for. Pick the one you want to challenge, answer a few guided questions, and Tactis writes your informal dispute, your IDR, and as always, it's grounded in the real information that lives in your knowledge center and on your 2567. And here's a nice touch. If the grounds you're leaning on aren't something an IDR can actually review, Tactis tells you up front, so you don't waste a dispute on an argument that was never going to go anywhere. A survey comes and goes, but keeping your staff sharp is a year-round job, and it runs on the same regulatory knowledge that drives everything else in Tactis. Remember that training we generated back in the regulatory Copilot? It lives here in the Training Center. Every module comes with learning objectives, a lesson plan, key takeaways, and a competency quiz with an answer key, so you can validate and document each staff member's competency, not just that they sat in the room. Open it as a Word document, adjust it however you need, and print it for your staff. So the same knowledge that answers your questions all day also trains your team and proves their competency when a surveyor asks. Regulatory questions happen every single day, and the facilities that handle them well are the ones with the answers already at their fingertips. So that's what Tactis is, your regulatory knowledge, sourced and current, ready the moment you need it. Everything else, your plans of correction, your disputes, your training, your QAPI, is built on that same foundation. Invite any member of your team, staff and outside consultants alike, all behind two-factor authentication, and everyone's working from the same source of truth. We want you spending your time on what actually matters, caring for your residents, with the confidence that the regulations are always within reach. Making it easier to access the standard of care means making care better. That's what Tactis is all about.